The flash floods sweeping New South Wales and Victoria have turned deadly. A man was swept away last night after his four-wheel drive was trapped in a swollen creek at Araluen near Braidwood. Tonight the main trouble spot is around Wagga Wagga, where heavy downpours have forced many from their homes. It's a similar story elsewhere in the Riverina, while further north parts of Forbes are under evacuation orders. But the flood threat is over on Sydney's northwestern outskirts. More on that in a moment, but first the flood fatalities south of Canberra, and here's the ABC's Siobhan Hinu.
It was a risky bet to begin with, and it ended in tragedy. Near Braidwood, east of Canberra, 3 men tried to drive across the swollen Araluen Creek last night. They were all swept downstream. 2 survived, but the third, a 43-year-old man from Victoria, didn't make it. His body was found this morning.
That's an extremely sad outcome. That family and friends will be facing some very sad times today.
In Gundagai today, roads were cut off early and edgy residents eyed the rising water. Helpful hands rallied to get those at risk to higher ground.
Well, it's very, very nerve-wracking at the moment.
Wagga Wagga was next along the river's westward reach, and people were preparing for the worst.
We are concentrating on evacuating people.
As the water claimed more ground, locals felt like they'd woken up in another world.
It's like we feel like we're in Venice.
The river's rise was a spectacle for those within lapping distance.
All hell broke loose sort of thing, the river come in.
But others weren't going to let a bit of weather ruin their Sunday picnic plans. Refugees from around the region fled to evacuation centres. The hamlet of The Rock, a little further south, was inundated before sunrise.
We just basically packed the little things that the boys would need, and we just got out of there. Can't do anything, just got to take it how it comes.
The Riverina catchment area has received about 200 millimetres of rain over the past several days, and the caravan park behind me in Wagga Wagga is just one of the many casualties. The river behind me is still rising. It's already reached about 8 metres, and it's not expected to peak until Tuesday. There's much more water on the way. Hundreds of thousands of megalitres are being released from the overcapacity Burrinjuck Dam upstream. The main road in town has been turned into a makeshift levee in preparation for what's to come. A gallant stand against nature's will. Siobhan Hinu, ABC News.
And Siobhan Hinu joins us now from Wagga Wagga. Siobhan, I imagine there's a real sense of urgency in the city tonight.
Yes, Felicity, there certainly is. The latest is that an evacuation order has just been made to residents in the northern areas of Wagga and surrounding suburbs. They've been told that they have to get out immediately, and that if they leave it until tomorrow morning, it may be too late and they might be isolated by floodwaters at that point in time. So there's a real sense of flurry and activity in those affected areas. There's trailers and trucks going back and forth as people are trying to remove furniture and treasured possessions as fast as they possibly can. Now, the problem here is that the levee protecting that area of town is only built to withstand 9.9 metres of flooding, and the predicted flood peak may exceed 10 metres. As for when that peak will happen, probably around Tuesday night, although authorities don't know exactly how much water is coming down the system here. So the Murrumbidgee menace is far from over, Felicity.
Siobhan Hinu in Wagga Wagga, thanks so much.